We know it's not much, but we got him a little something.
If you can hear me, follow the sound of my voice. Yes, come this way.
Well, no time like the present. Just look at you. You've grown into a great adventurer, the spitting image of your father. And I know, somewhere out there, he's just as chuffed as I am.
Oh, can't it wait until they're a little bit older? I know. I'll go and wake them now. Oh. Cooey, wakey wakey, rise and shine. Morning, my darling. It's time to get up. Today's a very important day. After all, it's not every morning you ask the king himself to give your big journey his personal blessing. This is what I've been raising you for all these years. Well then, shall we get going? Come on, follow me. Come on, dear. You know where the castle is. Straight on now. Off you go, and remember to mind your manners. I won't have the king thinking you've been dragged up. My husband thought long and hard before setting off. I'm sure he was at peace when he passed. Welcome home, dear. Why, you certainly look the part today. Go on, let your mother have a... Oh my... I could never forget that helmet. Even if I tried. It's still crystal clear in my memory, you know? The day your father's friends gave it to him for his journey. Oh, this is quite the helm indeed. I can still see it. The fire in his eyes when he first donned that helmet. But just look at it now. Covered in scratches. Poor Ortega must have gone through so much. Still, thank you for showing it to me. You should keep a hold of it. It's what your father would have wanted. I mean it. I don't need his helm when I've already got so many wonderful memories. And I imagine you'll need something to keep your head out of harm's way on your travels. Now, how about we lighten the mood with some food? I'll make us something extra special. Oh, welcome home, my little champion. I'm so proud and happy I could burst. Ah, if only your father could see you. What's the matter? Can't you sleep? Suppose it's no surprise, really. You've been through your fair share. Ooh, just thinking of that horrible voice we heard in the castle sends shivers down my spine. But enough of that. Tell me, do you know what you're going to do next? Gosh, just listen to you. Your old mum couldn't be prouder. It's all right. I'm still in shock too. I had hoped this would be the end of it, but I know you can't just stay here. You're just like your father in that sense. Oh, this all brings back memories of when he left Aliahan to go on his journey. His friends presented him with the finest helmet you've ever seen. Everyone came out to wish him well. They were all so joyous. But there was nothing but fear in my heart. I just don't want to lose you too. Oh, I'm sorry. Don't worry. Everything will be all right. At any rate, I'd say it's well past your bedtime. Go on, you must be shattered. We can talk in the morning. Morning, my darling. I suppose it's that time again, eh? I know there's no stopping you. Just promise me you'll take care, all right? And know I'll be here for you with open arms whenever you come home. So bye for now. Do pop by again if you ever find yourself missing my cooking. Welcome back, darling. Guess what? Your father's returned. Your father! He's alive! Oh, I'm so happy I could... Look, darling, look! It's your father! In the flesh! He's alive! After all this time! Oh, I'm so happy I could... Oh, look at me!
Well met, child of Ortega. I see. To think something out there is capable of besting a man of his caliber. Doubtless your mother has recounted the tale of your father's final moments many times. When he fell into the maw of that accursed volcano, the world lost a great man. However, we wholeheartedly approve of your wish to follow in his footsteps and set forth on the path of adventure. For it is what he would have wanted, and only the child of such a hero as he could hope to save our world. The foe we face is dire indeed, the archfiend Baramos. Many of the peoples of this world do not yet even know his name. And yet, his grip on our realm grows ever tighter. He must be stopped, no matter the cost. You must free us from the archfiend's ever-encroaching tyranny. But alone, you will only meet the same fate as your father. Go and consult with Mistress Patty in town, and use this to outfit the companions she has selected for you. We expect great things of you. Ah, so you have deigned to grace us with your presence at last. We had begun to think that you were not coming. So, you are the child from all those years ago. You have grown. You will not remember, but we have met once before. It was on the day when we received word of your father's passing. Ortega was a true hero of our realm, one of the greatest. His loss came as a blow to us all. Well, well, if it is not the child of the mighty Ortega, who set off for adventure without the permission of their king and with no companions. So you finally deigned to grace us with your presence. No matter. It is not yet too late to begin your journey. But the time to treat your quest with the gravity it deserves has arrived. Well met indeed, vanquisher of the archfiend Baramos! Truly you are your father's child. The kingdom, nay, the whole world salutes you. Well met indeed, vanquisher of the archfiend Baramos! That one such as you should topple such a fearsome tyrant as the archfiend is miraculous indeed! Truly, you are your father's child, and every bit his equal in prowess. Such excellence demands recognition. Here, a gift from your humbled king to you. Well met indeed, vanquisher of the archfiend Baramos. Truly, you are your father's child, and your companions too are touched with greatness. The kingdom, nay, the whole world salutes you. Servants, a feast must be prepared, the like of which our land has never seen. No, it cannot be. Not now. Not when peace had finally returned to the land. Will it forever remain beyond our reach? Everyone present, listen, and listen well. My subjects must never learn of Zoma's existence. Their lives have been ruled by unease for long enough. Oh, goddess, which is the path I must take? Forgive me a moment of weakness. Now, please, leave me.
Hey, you. Still can't believe this day's finally here. I remember when you popped out of your mother like it was yesterday, you know? Oh, and don't be thinking I'm ridiculously old or anything. I was just a kid back then. But it felt like I suddenly had a new sibling to look after. To think that was 16 whole years ago. At any rate, I'm sure you know by now, but Patty's Party Planning Place is your one-stop shop for all things adventuring. If you find yourself feeling lonely on the road, or simply want some muscle you can count on in a pinch, let me know. I'll find the perfect companions to suit your needs. But gosh, you really are all grown up now, aren't you? May take me a while to get used to. At any rate. Hey there. I heard all about what went on in the castle. You must be all shook up right now. Still crazy to think Baramos was just someone's lackey. Oh, no need to look so surprised. I know about Zoma, too. My sources never let me down. In fact, I reckon it's high time I told you exactly how my party planning place came to be. You see, when the king heard of your father's passing, he couldn't let go of the fact that it was him who sent Ortega off with no help. That drove His Majesty to create a spot where adventurers could meet, exchange ideas, and form parties. Anyway, this is what got built. I did my part too, called in some favors and got the first few adventurers through the door. Then the king used his coffers to summon some more. As time passed, this place grew into the bustling hub you know today. Gotta say, when you came in here on your birthday, I got a bit emotional. Honestly, if the party planning place has helped you out even a little bit, then I'd be happier than a slime on Sunday. Oh, and don't worry. No one here's timid enough to get scared off by someone who calls himself Lord of anything. I can promise you that. Patty's Party Planning Place is still here for you just like it's always been. And that's never going to change. At any rate. I just heard the news about Ortega. You must be over the moon. Oh, I'm so happy for you. Boy, you should have seen the king's face when he heard. Now that was a sight. He was smiling from ear to ear. Remember, he'd been racked with guilt this whole time, thinking he sent Ortega off to die. Brought a smile to my face, too, seeing him so happy again. Course, I'm delighted to have Ortega back, too. He was always such a gentleman to me when I was a little girl. Just thinking about it really takes me back. I used to adore listening to tales of all the adventures he went on. Every time I heard he'd come back to town, I'd go pester him to tell me all about his latest trip. Then, one day, I asked if he could teach me how to wield a blade. I wasn't quite strong enough for a broadsword or anything like that, so I had him show me how to use a dagger. I know I wouldn't be nearly so fleet of foot if it hadn't been for his help. He taught me so much. And I still make use of everything I learned to this day. How exactly? Well, you know, my dagger skills come in handy in the kitchen, and I serve tables quicker than anyone. Oh, did you think I was going out there in my spare time slaying monsters? Sorry to burst your bubble. No, I've got my hands full just looking after this place and all the adventurers who walk through its doors. At any rate.
Morning! Gosh, you must be bubbling with emotions now Ortega's departure is so close.
Allow me to proffer some advice.
There is a key out there that opens a myriad of the world's doors. Obtain it, and your travels will be that bit easier. But first, I suggest you heed His Majesty's advice and seek like-minded individuals at Patty's party planning place. Once you have done so, perhaps try asking the townsfolk if they know aught of the key I mentioned. Allow me to proffer some guidance. You would be wise to seek out the thief's key, an implement that can open a myriad of the world's doors. Obtain it, and your travels will be that bit easier. But first, I suggest you heed His Majesty's advice and seek like-minded individuals at Patty's party planning place. Once you have done so, try making your way to Reeve, a quaint village to the northwest of our fair kingdom. You will now find Reeve marked on your map. Locating the rest of the realm's noteworthy areas, however, is a task I believe best left in your capable hands. You simply need note down anywhere you happen to visit. Be sure to see these places with your own eyes first, though, otherwise you'll likely forget to mark them on your map. And remember, your curiosity is an asset most valuable. Lend it an ear at all times and you will surely benefit. However, remain wary, lest it lead you into trouble on occasion.
So, you're my little one, eh? It's the strangest thing. I know this is the first time I've laid eyes on you all grown up. Yet I feel like we'd just met a short while ago. You know what? Don't mind me. I think I'm just a bit tired. So, you're my little one, eh? Well, not so little anymore. When I left, you were barely the size of my thumb, and now look at you. And I'm sorry. I've put you through a lot. So, what do you get up to with your time? What? You set out to follow in my footsteps and destroy the Archfiend? Well now, there's not much I can say to that, is there? Just don't go making your mother worry too much, will you? She's been through enough already.
It pains me to say that we have had no word from Ortega since he left for the volcano. We could not locate any of Ortega's belongings.
Is everyone unharmed? What was that?
I must apologize for intruding on such a heartwarming scene. I am Zoma, Master of Darkness, Lord of the Underworld. And so long as I will it, your realm shall never be free of the pall of night. Now, suffer. Your pain shall be my pleasure. All shall know despair, all shall kneel, all shall give their lives in sacrifice to my glory. For I am Zoma, bringer of oblivion. Obey, and your suffering shall be short. Resist, and you shall know true torment.
We are the guardians of the egg. When the 6 orbs scattered across the world are placed on the golden pedestals, then shall Ramia, the Everbird, be reborn. You are reminiscent of a traveler who once appeared before us. The resemblance can be no coincidence. He who possessed the courage to come here alone. A hero of heart most pure. Then suddenly, without warning, he vanished from our midst. Time is of the essence. Whilst we converse, malign forces yet gather strength. The realm thirsts for the light. Deliver it unto us by offering up the 6 orbs. Long, long have we waited. So long have we waited for this day. Ramia, blessed servant of the goddess. Only the pure of heart. Only such souls will she suffer to ride upon her back. At last, she awakens. Let us pray. The time is nigh. The hour of awakening. How the skies long to embrace you. Fly, soar higher than ever. Banish the darkness and bring forth hope in its place. May she be your guiding light. The time of departure is upon us. Venture forth and do what must be done. We are the guardians of the egg. When the 6 orbs, scattered across the world, are placed on the golden pedestals, then shall Ramia, the Everbird, be reborn. You are reminiscent of a traveller who once appeared before us. The resemblance can be no coincidence. He who possessed the courage to come here alone. A hero of heart most pure. Then suddenly, without warning, he vanished from our midst. Time is of the essence. Whilst we converse, malign forces yet gather strength. The realm thirsts for the light. Deliver it unto us by offering up the 6 orbs. Long, long have we waited. So long have we waited for this day. Ramia, blessed servant of the goddess. Only the pure of heart. Only such souls will she suffer to ride upon her back. At last, she awakens. Let us pray. The time is nigh. The hour of awakening. How the skies long to embrace you. Fly, soar higher than ever. Banish the darkness and bring forth hope in its place. May she be your guiding light. The time of departure is upon us. Venture forth and do what must be done. We are the guardians of the egg. When the 6 orbs scattered across the world are placed on the golden pedestals, then shall Ramia, the Everbird, be reborn. You are reminiscent of a traveller who once appeared before us. The resemblance can be no coincidence. He who possessed the courage to come here alone. A hero of heart most pure. Then suddenly, without warning, he vanished from our midst. Time is of the essence. Whilst we converse, malign forces yet gather strength. The realm thirsts for the light. Deliver it unto us by offering up the 6 orbs. Long, long have we waited. So long have we waited for this day. Ramia, blessed servant of the goddess. Only the pure of heart. Only such souls will she suffer to ride upon her back. At last, she awakens. Let us pray. The time is nigh. The hour of awakening. How the skies long to embrace you. Fly, soar higher than ever. Banish the darkness and bring forth hope in its place. May she be your guiding light. The time of departure is upon us. Venture forth and do what must be done.
Not bad, eh? I give a puff and a half, I do. That's me done then. Don't be a stranger, eh, sunshine?
Oh, me. Oh, my. Just look at you. What a handsome fellow you are. I wish to give you the priceless gift of Puff Puff. Will you permit me? Oh, I am so happy to hear you say this. Goodness me, but I cannot see to you all at once. Whatever do you think I am? Just you, my sweet. You and you alone. Come now, will you follow me to my private chamber? Come then, follow me. Oh, and where do you think you're going, my sweet? Come to me this instant. Now, just sit right here on the bed. That's it, my sweet. It is all right with you if I turn off the light, yes? Do not tease me so, my sweet. Here we go then. My sweet, meet my father. He is the greatest practitioner of the Puff Puff in all the lands of the world. So, my sweet, how are you feeling? Are you soothed and calmed? I do hope so. You will come and visit us again soon, yes? Good evening, fair maiden. Are the stars not beautiful tonight? Ah, you are a serious, sober soul, I see. So be it. But if you should ever change your mind, I will be waiting. You will not? Such a shame. But never mind. Goodbye for now, my sweet.
Oh, Tanaya, my most beautiful darling. Oh, no, uncle. I must be the one who saves her myself. Besides, we cannot put our troubles upon this unknown traveler. Please, to be waiting here. Tanaya, darling, I am coming to save you. Namaste, and welcome to the Emporium of Spices. Array, but it is you, Savior Ji. It is I, Gopal Gupta. I am still most thoroughly in your debt for all that you have done. Are you here in search of black pepper, perhaps? Then allow me to get you some right away. Array, I am most sorry for this, but we have no black pepper. However, do not look so glum. There is a trader we do business with who always has some to hand. You should be able to find him in All Trades Abbey to the north. Tell him Gopal sent you. Oh, Savior Ji, please. I could not be taking any reward from you for this. The fact you have saved my best beloved is more than enough. Now, it will take a little while to reach All Trades Abbey. First, cross the bridge close to Baharata before making your way north towards the mountains. Eventually, the Abbey will come into view. Best of luck, and thank you for everything you have done, Savior Ji.
Gopal, please, you must be calming yourself. Oh, brave traveler Ji, I am so sorry for all the fuss. I am but a humble seller of black pepper. Please, listen to my tale of awful woe. My most beautiful Poti, my granddaughter, Tanaya, light of my life, is having been kidnapped by despicable scoundrels. The young Sahib you see here beside me is her betrothed, Gopal. They were planned to have been being joined together in matrimony and taking over from me my shop. You seem to me very strong and tough. Please, you must rescue my Tanaya Jan. Gopal! Acha, if Gopal is being captured also,
Then whatever am I to do?
So you have found your way here at last. You know that to stand against mighty Barabas is to throw away your life, and yet you still came. A decision you will come to regret. But not for long, for I shall rend you asunder and devour your innards. Fool! You have been crushed by the hand of Barabas, yet return to defy me again! Surely there is a limit even to your foolishness. Nay, so be it. I will gladly consign you to oblivion again and again. You shall know the true might of Baramos. It shall destroy you utterly. You... How? Curse you! This is not the end. I shall not give up so easily.
You have at last bested the Archfiend. You have done all that was asked of you. Be proud. Now return to them. Return to those who love you. They are waiting for you.
Why, yes. I do supply a merchant in Baharata with black pepper from time to time. But what business is that of yours? Oh, are you a friend of Gopal's? Oh, then you are a friend of mine as well. I'll give you as much pepper as you need. Here you go. I hope it's to your liking.
Your Majesty! Words fail me. Had I the strength, thy light may yet shine bright. Your Majesty, fear not, for I will see that thine offspring grows into a fine leader of the land. I promise, nay, I swear, upon my name, the name of Hargon.
You stand before the Dragon Queen, servant of the Almighty Goddess. Thank you for heeding my call and making your way here. Doubtless, one of my retainers has already told you, but I have scant time left. Listen well, child of Ortega. For I am about to impart all that I know of Zoma, whilst my life's flame yet burns. I do so in the hope that it will allow you to vanquish the fiend and restore order to our realm. Will you heed my request? Thank you sincerely. Ah, you had planned to challenge Zoma even before our meeting today. I would expect no less of Ortega's child. Zoma dwells in the depths of the underworld. Start your journey there by first heading east of Baramos's lair. Eventually, you will come across an island in the middle of a lake. Its caves will lead you to the world below. Now, do not weep for me. My time is simply coming to an end, and I am certain my offspring can handle the task that awaits. Just know that Zoma possesses a power unlike any you have faced thus far. You would underestimate him at your peril. However, as long as you have this, you will not falter. The light will return, of that I am sure. When faced with forces most dark, hold that sphere aloft. Then it will be your turn to prove your might once more. Now it falls to me to pass on the torch to my dearest child.
Been a while since I last had visitors. How can I help? Huh. You know, those eyes of yours remind me of a great hero I used to travel with. Ah, the adventures we had. Ortega, I think that helm of yours might have had its time. I actually could have fixed it up good as new if there were still a way to get some zenithium. Well, that's likely because it doesn't exist anymore. It was an ore coveted by my kind. They say any piece of armor forged with it could last for eons. Apparently, it had a lovely blue hue, just barely visible in the darkest of mines. But all we have now are the methods used to craft armor with it. Pay it no heed. It's little more than a legend now. I suppose it is. If you believe what they say, he met an untimely end after that. Regardless, you look after yourself out there, all right? Anyway, I don't, of course, believe what they say. I mean, Ortega's out there alive and well. I know it. Oh, hello again. What exactly brings you back today? Wait just a moment. I'd recognize that helm anywhere. Oh, to think I would someday meet the heir to Ortega's legacy. Praise the goddess. You know, the last I heard of Ortega was that he fell into a volcano. And that was that. He may have been embraced by the goddess, but Ortega must be so proud seeing you pick up right where he left off. Truly? There's a chance he still lives. I knew it! Oh, it's been too long since I last heard news quite so brilliant. Best of luck searching for him. The world is a better place with that man in it. But that can't be the only reason you came all this way to see me, surely. I don't believe it. Zenithium! You're just full of surprises today, aren't you? Oh, it's just as stunning as the legends made it sound. Say no more. I know exactly what needs doing. It's finally time to put my skills to the test. Then again, I suppose it was your father's. Child of Ortega, would you do me the honor of allowing me to repair your father's helm? I think my entire life has been leading to this moment. Well, what do you say? I promise it'll be stronger than ever once I have finished mending it. You wish to help out as well? Ha ha! A splendid idea! Yes, let's work on it together. That's surely what Ortega would have wanted. It's done. Here. It's all yours now. Wear it with pride. May Ortega always watch over you. And may that helm help you on your quest to find him once more. If anyone can do it, it's you. Goddess speed, young warrior.
Sadly, you're probably right. Repairing the damage done to it is beyond even you. A shame, really. I'm quite fond of this helmet. Can't say I've heard of it. To think such a stone once existed. No, thank you for telling me about it. Truly the stuff of dreams. And isn't it dreams that keep us all going? I know when I don my helm, I dream of the world waiting after my journey's done. I dream of returning to an Aliahan at peace. Dream of my wife and child. And someday, I hope to give this very helm to my offspring.
In case you were wondering, yes, that is how they treat all outsiders here. I myself heard tell of this peculiar place whilst in Portoga, and came in the hope that it might inspire my next masterpiece. Oh, if I could turn invisible for but a while, my face would be adorned by a stunning smile. But where was I? Oh, yes, I was just recalling this herb I heard of that allows one to turn oneself invisible. Supposedly it can be found in some place where heroes' bravery is tested. I was so inspired by the mystery of it all that I'd been attempting to turn it into a poem or song. Perhaps I should start by working out exactly which backwater it is found in, that I might make a ballad based on it. Oh, yes! That sounds positively splendid.
Well, gee, where do I begin? I suppose if y'all reading this here letter, you must have got your mitts on the bottomless pot. It's been in persistence now for, well, who knows how long. But I thought it was high time someone wrote down what it's for. Now, if you want to see what this baby can do, you'll need to mosey on over to this rocky reef in the ocean. It's to the north of an itsy-bitsy gap between the capes of two continents. Once you reach the rocks, it's time to let the bottomless pot go for a little swim. Splish splash. God is willing, whoever picks this up is pure or hot. Heaps of love, Ed.
Welcome to Edina, where lineage is law and manners maketh man. Bumpkins, boors, and yokels, turn ye, and be gone from this place.
What are you doing in our village? It's supposed to be fairies only. What? Norvik? Oh, that whole thing. I'm sorry to say it, but it's true. My stupid daughter Aniseed fell in love with a human boy. She took one of our special fairy treasures, the Dreamstone, and ran off with him and never came back. He must have tricked her somehow. It's the only explanation. Stupid humans. He probably stole the Dreamstone off her, and now she's too ashamed to come home. Poor thing. Ugh, just looking at humans makes me feel sick. Just go away, will you? Wait! Is that the Dreamstone you've got there? What? They jumped into the underground lake together and drowned. And all because I wouldn't let them be together. Here, take this wakey dust and go back to Norvik. You can use it to lift the curse I put on the place. It's what Aniseed would have wanted. Oh, Annie, my little girl, what have I done? Thank you. I'm grateful for your help. But don't think that this means I like humans now. I don't. Now go away. Just go. Get out! You're not allowed here!
Hand that over, human. Ha! You would resist! Very well. Then you shall die by my magic! But I was destined to destroy everything in the Archfiend's way! Obliterate it all! Please, forgive me, Lord Barra.
So, you came to our aid once more. Please, there is a lever on the wall over there that will be opening this door. Pull it, quickly. Oh, Tanaya, my most beautiful darling. Indeed we may, my love. Come, let us leave right now, this instant. Ray, this is awful. I care nothing for myself, but you must be saving my beloved. Oh, thank you. Thank you once again so very, very much. I am indebted to you for as long as I shall live. Longer. Finally, it is time to return home. You must come back to Bharata and see us sometime, yes? Goodbye, Savior.
You didn't think I'd let you get away that easily, did ya? Hey? I don't remember kidnapping no... Hang about. Not you, a bleeding king. I can't get rid of you, can I? Well, you ain't gonna beat me twice. I've beaten a bleeding king. You're my bleeding nemesis, you are. Please, I'm begging you, spare me. I'll turn my life around. I'll go straight, I promise. Just let me go, please. Cheers, ears. Be lucky, eh? Ta-da! But you have to let me go. You have to. Please. I'm begging you.
Who the heck are you? Oh, here to join the gang, are ya? The boss ain't here, so clear off, will ya? Well, we can't have that now, can we? Come here, you!
Clear off before I have to hurt ya.
Help! Somebody help me! It is I, Tanaya, who was most terrifyingly kidnapped from the town of Bharata. Oh, Gopal, my most dearly beloved. Now we may return home together at last. Ah, thank you, brave hero. Brave hero, save us! Yes, my dearest darling.
As our divine mistress did command, thou hast sought out both rain and sun. Now, let the twain meet at last. Raise thy hands and receive of her gift. Her will is clear, as is thy path. Make for the cape to the northwest of Rimaldar, that is closest to the Isle of the Great Fiend. Hie thee now, to the citadel where dread Zomar awaits.
Wait! Don't do anything silly now! Oh, thank heavens! I made it just in time. Most would have attacked this defenseless slime by now. You might just be the one. Don't worry, friend. You've nothing to fear. Tell me, have you encountered any unusually friendly monsters on your travels? There are some in this world that hold no ill will towards us human folk. This slime being a convenient example of said phenomenon. Ho ho ho! Look at that! He likes you. At any rate, I've taken it upon myself to look after as many of these cordial critters as I can. Oh, that's right. I haven't introduced myself yet. Though I'm sure you've probably pegged who I am. Yes, the one and only Monty the Monster Monitor. You do know me, right? Good to hear word of my work has travelled far and wide. No need to play coy now. Frankly, it happens to me all the time. Many freeze up around celebrities, after all. Listen, would you mind if I asked a favour of you? Should you happen to find any friendly monsters on your travels, could you send them my way? I don't have much, but I'm sure I can find some way to compensate you for the trouble. As it happens, there's a monster arena in the nearby town of Romeria. There, critters of a calmer persuasion test their might against one another. Do stop by if you have the time. You'll likely find me there as well. Now farewell, kindred soul. May this not be the last time our paths cross.
The path is clear. Oh, and you might want to take this, too. Just know that there's an entirely new world awaiting you on the other side. Keep your wits about you, and don't do anything I wouldn't do now.
Sacrificing girls. Orochi's awful demands. I would take no part. Indeed, at your age, the worry must be intense. Curse that vile monster.
Though we must rejoice, now Yayoi still lives and breathes. May it continue. Now, that is enough. It's time to disperse promptly. Act like all is well.
You've had quite the ordeal, haven't you? Well done, brave adventurer. You have taken yet another step on your journey to restore peace to the realm. You must gather the orbs and take them to the shrine of the Everbird. Know that I will be ever praying for your safety.
Who are you? Have you business with me? Speak not another word. I see now what you are. Visitors from a foreign land. Know that outlanders are not welcome within Jipang's borders. And that will not change anytime soon. Begone! I will not trade words with barbarians.
You and you alone have seen my true form. Your silence will buy your life.
Do you accept my terms?
This is what you have decided.
Very well.
A wise decision indeed. You are not quite so foolish as you appear.
I hope she has fled. We need peace, not sacrifice. Why, Queen Pimiko? Still, I remain glad. Losing Yayoi would have hurt. She has done no wrong. Dearest Yayoi, I pray you can stay hidden, but I still worry. I have to find her before anyone else does. This is my duty. As you deserve life, like the bees deserve pollen, I will protect you.
Then I shall devour you, and leave not a solitary scrap of flesh on your bones. I am the rightful ruler of this land. You are nothing but an insignificant insect. Thus far, I have crushed any and all resistance that stood in my way. How could I fall now?
You could not find her. Oh, innocent Yayoi. I feel for you so. My apologies. Entrusting you with her search. Hateful work, indeed.
The fear festers yet. Orochi's appetite grows. How long do we have?
She must leave Japan, or the Queen will find her soon. Such is her power.
How long, I wonder, till the Queen punishes us? Her rage knows no bounds. The last sacrifice, the swordsmith's wife, her husband, they fled just in time. Then Yayoi was next, but she vanished soon after. The fiend is starving. Queen Pimiko, too. We know not how she will act. I live in terror. More sacrifices. I know they will be chosen. There's no end in sight. What you have not seen cannot do you any harm. Unsee me, I beg. Farewell to home. Last glimpse of hearth and mother. Give me this at least. You are not local. Traveler, please spare my life. Tell no one of me. Oh, thank you so much. I swear I will not forget your sweet compassion. I am indeed her. I was to be sacrificed. My name is Yayoi. I prepared myself. I waited to be taken. But then I noticed. My bindings were loose. Freedom had knocked on my door. That was how I fled. The fiend Orochi. Yes, I can share what I know, if it will help you. It was years ago. The beast was found in a cave, to the east of here. Orochi spoke thus. Offer up your maidens' lives, or I will end you. No one could resist, therefore we do as she says. Years and years of loss. Our ruler searches. She needs to sacrifice me to protect Japan. If she learns of you, that you found me, she will rage. Flee while you still can. And the monster's there. That cursed cave to the east, you must avoid it.
Wert thou the source of that ghastly commotion just now? Tell me, from whence didst thou come? Oh dear, thou appearest most fatigued. Pray enter my humble abode, and tell me of what hath befallen thee. Thou wouldst topple the lord of the underworld. Clearly thou art not one to be trifled with. Nary a single soul in Alefgard would dare dream of accomplishing a feat so grand. Nay, instead we spend our days in fear of the fiend. Regardless, thy path is clear. Make eastwards for the castle town of Tantagel. From there, cross the seas to the south to reach the great fiend's isle. That is where you will find the dread lord of the underworld's citadel. Perchance wouldst thou have use for a map of the realm? Better it serve thee than continue to go to waste in my possession. Oh, and thou art more than welcome to take the ship outside for thine own. May it aid thee on thy quest. And always remember, the goddess goeth with the brave.
Wait. The one you seek stands before you.
You're having a laugh, ain't ya? Is it really you? Blimey! It's me, your old pal Robin Hood! And I really have gone straight this time. New world, new life, that's what I say. What's that? How come I'm in the clink then? Ah, simple misunderstanding is all. I'm a changed man, honest. Here, why don't I prove it by telling you something good, by way of apology for all the hassle I've given you over the years? Here goes. There's a thing called the Sunstone. Proper valuable it is. Well, they only keep it in the dining room of the castle here in Tantagel. Can't help but wonder where the heck all me henchmen wound up, though. My guard hath told me much of thy deeds. Forgive me for summoning thee here so suddenly, but there is something I would ask of thee. Perchance thou art familiar with the name Ortega. Thou art indeed his child, after all. Then allow me to officially bid thee welcome to Tantagel. Now, 'twould behove us to begin by explaining how we of Tantagel came to know thy father. Hard to fathom though it may be, Ortega once resided within these very walls. I elected to let him stay with us whilst he recovered. Ortega even served me for a time. Though he remembered naught of his old life, he was a gentleman, most jovial, and well liked by all in the castle. Surely thou findest thyself here today in search of thy father. By all means ask those within the castle anything thou wishest. I am certain thou shalt be reunited with him ere long, but know patience. Should tragedy befall thee in thy haste, Ortega too would suffer. Silence in the royal chamber! News of thy deeds hath reached us, and we have eagerly awaited thy coming. Thou hast done well indeed in smiting dread Zoma, lord of the underworld. That thou art returned to us unharmed is a gift for which we give thanks unto the Almighty. News of thy deeds hath reached us, and we have eagerly awaited thy coming. News of your deeds hath reached us, and we have eagerly awaited your return. You have done well in smiting the dread Zoma, lord of the underworld. Your deeds are proof of the worth your great leader saw in you. None can now deny your might. That the morning hath broken on our kingdom at last is thanks to your unstinting efforts. We thank you from the very bottom of our hearts. But where is your leader? There is something I would say to our hero and no other. Oh my! How? No matter. It is good that thou hast come before us. We must give thanks for thine efforts on our part, and thy truly heroic deeds. Now, pray givest me thine undivided attention. Thou hast done well indeed in smiting dread Zoma, lord of the underworld. To have performed such a feat alone is nothing short of a miracle. And that thou art returned to us unharmed is a gift for which we give thanks unto the Almighty. Morning hath broken on our kingdom at last, and all is thanks to thine earnest efforts. Though it seemeth that dread Zoma's demise hath sealed the doorway between our realm and thine own. Alifgard must now take its first steps as a world in its own right. It must emerge, blinking into the dawn of its becoming. All is thanks to thee and thy companions. All is thanks to thee. Thou art a hero without equal. I do hereby bestow upon thee our kingdom's highest honour, the title of Erdrick, which meaneth dwelling land in the ancient tongue, a name befitting the land's chosen hero. Thou shalt be known to all. Thou shalt be known to all. The story of Erdrick's deeds shall take its place amongst the legends of our realm, and shall ring down through the ages.
It must have been, what, a decade or so ago. 'Twas a day like any other, when an injured warrior was carried into the castle. His wounds were most severe, but he was yet to breathe his last. Alas, his own name excluded, his memories had taken their leave of him entirely. Then, all too suddenly, one day he simply vanished. Nary a soul knew whither he had gone.
Ah, does that sword perchance take thy fancy? Scant is known about it, save for the fact it was created long, long ago. Even the metal used to craft it is an absolute mystery. I had, at a point, considered using it in the construction of the great statue I seek to animate, but it was not to be. Should thou wishest to take it, then relieve me of the object by all means. I have no use of it now.
Yes, I see resemblance very clear. Please take my apology. Father's eyesight is not in old way of being. He speaks of truth. Stay on our village until you are right in the rain. With haste, save children! Yoy, your wounds still opened wide, and you cannot fight alone. Piritvizhnik, do wounds trouble you? Yoy, I should reveal I hear everything you say to Petya. My surprise was great to know you originate of Kingdom Alyahan. Because keeper of this helmet, Piritvizhnik, have same origins. Actually, I have favor to entrust on you. Could redeliver this to Piritvizhnik? Please! Other options are all absent. You accept? Thank you. Piritvizhnik say he have wife and child reside in Alyahan. Child must be aged same like you now. Any juvenile ones like you in Alyahan may be property of Piridvishnik. Could help in searching him.
What is occurred?
Yoi, friend Piridvishnik. I struggle to count many moons that passed since you last came. Wait. This is not friend Piridvishnik. Look very much like him, but there is pittance of difference. Forgive me, kind visitor. I hope you have restorative time in our village. Yoi, hello again. My remorse continue for thinking you were friend Piridvishnik. You want me tell many tales of his? This would please me very much. Without friend Piridvishnik, there is no more. I think back to when Petya was insignificant child. Yoi! You must summon your father! Back in land of lively now? No, stable is best. Rest is medicine for you now. But when friend Piridvishnik was still unhealed, monster came to Moor. Even so, friend Piridvishnik stood to beast and maintained village's dignity. This is story of why we are in bond to friend Piridvishnik. Well, thank you.
Stand aside, everyone. This is my burden to bear, not yours.
Hardly.
Grandfather! Man who is wearing strange helmet collapsed in outside. I will. Hello to you. I am Petya. You have appearance of traveler. From Alyahan?
Then might know friend Piridvishnik. Is this name one you know? He is great man who traveled here from mysterious village Alyahan. So great, he once helped unfortunate boy like me.
What is happening? I am afraid. Piridvishnik, you are hero truly.
While after, friend Piridvishnik departed. And that was last we watched him.
So long. Even had time for repairing his disremembered helm. If you collide onto him in travels, please tell him everyone here is very aware of his absence.
Splendid fighting!
Welcome to my shop. I wish to be of service. What do you require? Wait, that sword. I have never seen a blade of its like in my life. Just look at that splendid hue. Truly magnificent to behold. And yet, how did it come to be in such a state, broken clean in two? Oh, but what is that sticking out of your bag? Why, this ore. Just look at it. There can be no doubt it was used in the crafting of your sword. Ah, so you came to me hoping that I might be able to mend your weapon. It would be an honor. I have never worked with such an ore till now, but it is time I repaid you for ridding my people of the fiend Orochi. You have my word, I will restore the blade to its former glory. This is what I was born to do. Here it is. Please treat it with the respect it deserves. Oh, I could not accept any monetary reward for this. You see, I used to fiercely rue the fact that we ended up in this village. But now it is clear why we were brought here. It had to be this way. I can say with confidence that this is why I became a swordsmith. May that blade serve you well on your travels. And should you be willing, do stop by my shop from time to time. I would love to lay eyes on that sword again. I was a swordsmith in my beautiful homeland. True bliss I did know. Until Orochi, the fiend ruined all our lives. My bliss in tatters. She came for my wife, demanded her sacrifice, so we fled Jipang. I lost everything. My ancestors' tools all gone. Oh, my prized hammer. Alas, with no tools, I cannot do my old job, so I sell items. Welcome to my shop. I wish to be of service. What do you require? Pardon? You have brought me the forging hammer? Incredible. Yes, this is it, without a doubt. But how did you? No, you do not need to say. All that matters is that my family's prized possession has returned to me. However can I begin to repay you for such a kindness? Do not worry, I will find a way someday. Legend has it that this hammer was once used to temper a blade most holy, long, long ago. I just hope I can put it to use for you one day.
Well, 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 so you've come at last. I've dreamt so many times of giving you this key. Heaven alone knows why. But it must mean something, so here you go. One thief's key. You'll take it, won't you? Well, 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 so you've come at last. But what's this? Your leader is in a blessed coffin. I've dreamt so many times of giving your leader this key. Heaven alone knows why. But it must mean something, so here you go. One thief's key. You'll take it for them, won't you? By the way, there are books in this world so influential that they can change your whole personality. Open them with caution, that's my advice. Off you go, then. I can't stand around all day. I've got important dreams to be having. Oh, right. It seems this is one dream that isn't destined to come true. The exception which proves the rule, eh? Now, use that to go and have a look inside the house in Reeve with a red door. Don't worry, the chap there loves visitors. He won't mind you dropping in unannounced one jot.
Incredible! For there to be one capable of making it so far. May this mystical orb serve to commemorate this momentous day. Surely one such as you will be able to deliver us from the menace of the Archfiend. And surely, among the race of men, it will be you whom the Everbird obeys.
I'm Nordy, the dwarf. What do you want with me, boy? If you've no business here, clear off. I'm Nordy, the dwarf. What do you want with me, boy? If you've no business here, clear off. I'm Nordy, the dwarf. What do you want with me, girl? If you've no business here, clear off. I'm Nordy, the dwarf. What do you want with me, girl? If you've no business here, clear off. So, you all want to head out east, do ya? So, you want to head out east, do ya? So, you all want to head out east, do ya? So you want to head out east, do ya? Well, since it's by royal appointment, and he asks so very nicely. All right, follow me. Wait there a second. Now, don't be misconstruing my actions, all right? I'm only doing this because the King of Portoga asked me to. My kind have never been keen on your lot, and I'm no exception. Don't expect my help again. Now I think of it, I did once hear of a dwarf or two that went adventuring with humans. Pardon me, blighters. Right, in you go. This is the way into the passage through to the east.
Olivia? Is that you? Olivia, my one true love. Curse the fates for keeping us from each other. But I swear I will never leave you again. At last, we can be together forever. Thank you for reuniting us.
Ah, Eric! My beloved, my soulmate, I have awaited your return all through these long years. Oh, Eric!
Can you hear me? The next step of your journey awaits. The seas beckon. Though they are fraught with danger, and crossing them will be no mean feat. However, it is a task you must undertake if you are to gather the orbs scattered across the realm. Scour the world and lend a hand to those in need, whilst denying those who would do wrong. Follow this path, most righteous, and you shall find the orbs before long. Now rest. Much awaits you in the morning.
This is your ship, but be careful out there. The ocean is home to many hostile creatures. Instead of sailing where your heart takes you, I suggest you first head to the lighthouse south of here. It is a place where many travelers gather. You might be able to learn something of use there.
It is said that in the lands of the East, much pepper grows. Journey there, adventurer, and bring me news of what you find. If you bring back precious pepper, I will honor you as a hero and present to you my very own flagship as your prize. Show this letter to the dwarf Nordi, who dwells in the tunnel leading eastward. He will grant you passage. You are the second person for whom I have written such a missive. The first, if memory serves, was a warrior from Aliahan. When I inquired as to why he needed such a letter, he refused to say. All he would share was that his journey was one of the highest import. Normally, I would have had him thrown out for such impudence, but his determination struck a chord deep within me. I knew, right then and there, that he was telling the truth. Who would I have been to stand in his way? But I digress. That is all in the past. Go now, and may the goddess herself bless your voyage. Show the letter to the dwarf Nordi, and he will grant you passage. Well, if it is not you whom I charge to travel to the east and return with precious pepper. So, I take it you failed in your mission? Caramba! It seems not. Ah, precious, piquant, pitch-black pepper, the greatest treasure of the East. You have done well, very well indeed. I do not doubt that your journey was fraught with danger at every turn. Such bravery is of a kind possessed only by true heroes. Let it not be said that I am not a man of my word. The ship is yours. But look after yourself now. Word has reached me of late that all is not well across the waters in Jipang and Manoza.
I fear something is afoot in our realm. Be sure to travel with caution. If you are not sure which vessel is yours, speak with the soldier in the port. He ought to be of help. Or it will be, come tomorrow. First, we need to throw a banquet in your honor. Servants, the pepper is here at last. You know what to do. Beautiful morning, eh? Makes a man want to set sail and never look back. Tell me, did your new vessel appear in your dreams last night? Well, rest assured she is in peak condition. You will be able to leave port right away, should you wish.
How did you find your way here? Don't tell me you're lost. It hardly matters. I'm feeling kind today, so I won't make you suffer much. Seems I misjudged you. Oh, but I mustn't let down the Archfiend. This key cannot fall into your hands. Listen, don't celebrate just yet. My life may be spent, but the boss troll will make short work of you.
What are you doing in here? I could have sworn I locked the front door. Did you find a key somewhere or something, you trespassing so-and-so? What's that? The thief's key? My goodness, to get your hands on that should have to be... What's that? Used a spell to unlock it, did you? But to learn a spell that difficult, you'd have to be... You are, aren't you? You're Ortega's child, the one we've heard so much about. Oh, my. Then I'd better give you a little something to help you on your way. Now, where did I put it? You can use that to break the seal on the teleportal. But be careful with that ball now. Those things go off with an almighty bang. And good luck. You'll definitely be in need of it. But to think that you will never again lay eyes on the great Ortega. Your mother puts up a strong front, but deep down she's sorely racked with grief. Be sure to head home from time to time and show her that all is well. Once you're feeling suitably prepared, make tracks for a spring to the east of Aliahan.
Even though I haven't a clue where I come from, I still see a place in my dreams that feels oddly familiar. It's nothing like this land either. Everyone's happy and full of life, despite the monster menace looming large as it does here too. My memories have been flooding back ever since I left Tantagel. I recall being a warrior, one of the land's finest. It seems I was on a journey long before I ended up here. My resolve is now unbreakable. I'm convinced I'm on the right path. I simply need to see this quest through to the end. However, it must be done alone. Living in terror of monsters for so long has drained the people here of all the fight. There are still a few people whose faces I just can't seem to remember. An old man, a kind woman, and a newborn baby. Perhaps they're my kin, or simply those I once held dear. If they are in fact my family, then how they must resent me for choosing this journey over them. But I don't think I would have done things any differently, even with my current perspective. Regardless, there are more important things for me to be getting on with. The small matter of ending the Lord of the Underworld, for one.
At last we have tracked down those banditti. First, we will make our way north to the village of Koriv, before heading to the old tower. Now march, cavalieri! Ah, scusi, By any chance, would you happen to have come from Aliahan? Then it is as I thought. Ah, but you are wary. Do not worry, I'm an alleato, an ally. We recently received a letter from the king of your nation. He mentioned sending a warrior off on a great quest. You are exactly as he described. I had hoped for some help tracking down our king's crown. You see, it was recently stolen. As a result, the outpost that leads to Portoga is closed until further notice. Mi dispiace for the trouble. I am truly sorry. I know this will not help your journey. However, the outpost will be open soon enough. We believe we have found the hideout of the thieves. The crown will be returned in due course. Viva il re!
Can it really be true? Have you brought our crown back to us? You are a hero indeed, worthy of a realm of your own to rule, deserving of a crown. Will you take the crown of our dear country in my stead? It weighs so heavily upon my brow. Assent, and I will abdicate immediately in your favor. So, will you accept the priceless gift I offer? You do not like the idea, perhaps, but how will you know unless you try it? It will be no good you changing your mind later on. This is the only chance you will ever have to live the life of a royal. You are stubborn, I see. But not one bit as stubborn as I. Again you decline. What is the meaning of such reticence? But the faith you display in your own mind shows only how suited you are to rule. Oh, again? If you continue to refuse, my supply of blandishments will be exhausted. So be it. If the gift of a kingdom is so much to your disliking, I will not abase myself further. Do as you wish. Excellent! Then it is decided. Long live the new regent of Romaria. You will do it? You will become king in my place? Very well! All hail the new king of... But what am I saying? You are a lady. A lady cannot become king. But queen, on the other hand... you would be the first in Romarian history, and there must always be a first, no? Woman or not, it was you who defeated Robin Hood, a victory worthy of a mighty monarch. Very well, it shall be so. A queen is born! Long live the queen! Viva la regina! Well met, traveler. Tell me, what brings you to fairest Roma? Ah, I see. You must be the hero of Aliahan. Your king sent word that you were on a mission of great importance. It is an honor to at last meet the scion of Ortega in the flesh. Your reputation precedes you. Now, there is something I must ask of you. That despicable brigand Robin Hood has stolen from us our most sacred and regal crown. Were you able to return it to us, you would prove yourself a true hero. Believe me, you will not get a better chance to show just what a descendant of the great Ortega can do. Go forth, and may luck travel with you!
See, I saw it once when I made the journey to the western coast. It is quite a trek, let me tell you.
Sounds like those ruffians are in the tower to the northwest, the one that's just over the mountains.
I must admit, I was not sure you would make it here. Most impressive. They say you are the strongest of your kind. Well, I will be the judge of that. Today, you are faced with the Lord of the Underworld's mightiest servant. Do not perish too quickly now. I want to savor the fight before gorging myself on your juicy innards. No, surely not. A mere human could never possess such formidable might. It was you, not that axe-wielding brute, but you who slayed Baramos. All is clear as crystal to me now. I must tell Lord Zomer of this, that there is one blessed by the light. Now do not misunderstand. The victor you are not. The next time we meet, I shall snuff your life's flame.
Thank you, 1,000 times over. But allow me to introduce myself. I am Rubis, mother to the land of Alefgard. Long have I waited to lay eyes upon the one who might save the realm in its darkest hour. Ah, I see you hold the sphere of light. It seems we are all in the Dragon Queen's debt. When confronted with that orb, the veil of darkness that guards Zomer shall clear like clouds after the rain. We must stop the Lord of the Underworld, whatever the cost may be. His very existence threatens not just Alefgard, but life as we know it. Alas, my powers are not returned as of yet. Thus, it falls to you to put an end to his ambitions. However, if you are to ever reach Zomer, you will first require the succor of the rainbow drop. It is given shape only when rain and sun meet. Now there is something I must give you. And with that, you must depart. Seek out the most hallowed of sanctuaries, bearing the gifts of rain and sun. There, speak to the descendant of those who once placed their faith in me. But before you take your leave, allow me to imbue the sphere of light with what little strength I still possess. The fate of the realm rests on your young shoulders. I know it may seem daunting, but you must persevere. Though you can go safe in the knowledge that I am watching over you, young hero.
You save me? Well, you no live to tell. You strong, but no matter. You too weak for big boss Baramos, like fly against lion. Crush every bone in body. Who dare disturb royal slumber? Come back. Never.
Truly a terrifying brute indeed. You have overcome another obstacle that would have bested most. However, you must not grow complacent. This is far from the last test you will face on your quest. Steel yourself for what lies ahead. Now, you must find someone aged and a magical staff, the bones of the dead and a wandering vessel, a sword of the earth and a mountain most fiery. Seek these out, and the path shall reveal itself before you. May your journey be a safe one, brave adventurer.
Needless to say, I will be keeping a closer eye on my mud rod from now on. My sincerest thanks for saving both me and my kingdom. We are all eternally in your debt. And the more I dwell on it, the more I think it is for the best that I bestow my mud rod unto you. May it aid you on your travels. Oh, and I have also prepared another small token of my gratitude to you. Goddess speed now, young adventurer.
I made a new friend today. He is stronger than most and seems a seasoned adventurer. We exchange thoughts on the increase in monster activity of late. It appears I was correct. There is more than just one foe in our midst. I will need to be stronger to be up to the task. As strong as Ortega. No matter how many we slay, the monsters do not cease their pursuit. It seems they are after Ortega, and anyone who dares aid him. I spoke with Ortega, and the path became clear. I could not have asked for a better friend. His wisdom as a fellow warrior and father is unmatched. For now I will leave this land and wait for my moment. The goddess will surely smile on us again. Just as she will smile upon our children for years to come thereafter. Though it is a shame I will not be here to see it.
You there! Sorry for stopping you out of the blue. You're not from here, are you? I thought as much. Listen, our king is not as he once was. It is dangerous to even enter the castell. He has punished many an innocent man for crimes they did not commit. I do not wish for you to befall the same fate. You see, my papai, Simão, was one of the king's victims. 10 years ago he was charged with treason and locked away. The king used to be known for his generosity and understanding. But then one day, he became the brute that rules us now. Therefore, I think it's best you avoid the castell at all costs. You can never be too careful. Hola! We meet again. I actually have something I wanted to show you. I found it when I was tidying up the house. It's my father's diary. It will help with finding my dear papai, so I thought you should see it too. I see. My father had already breathed his last within his prison walls. I would be lying if I said I did not suspect it, but having it confirmed is hard to accept. At least his sword found its way to you and served its purpose. You know, going through his diary made me realize something. Now the real king has returned, and peace with him. I'm certain my papai would want me to help protect Manosa. And I know I can't disappoint him. Just like the mountain cleaver helped you find your path, I want to help someone else find theirs. Oh, sorry. I'm sure you need to get going. I just wanted you to hear that. Obrigado. Thank you for listening to me. I know your journey's far from done, but I wish you the best. Do visit us again, should your adventures allow it.
It is he, Robin Hood, the bandito! I see. Well, at least the crown is in safe hands. Ire will be most pleased. Hero of Aliahan, your help was most vital in securing the crown. Please deliver it to our king yourself. He will want to thank you personally, and I'm sure the outpost will be reopened soon after. See. How could I forget? Even once the outpost reopens, you will need the Chiave Magica, the magic key. Were it possible, I would love nothing more than to hand it to you myself as your reward. It is just, well, I'm unsure as to its location, you see. Davvero. I suppose that would make sense. Now, my men and I must return to the castle al più presto. I swear we will repay you someday for this kindness. The best of luck looking for the key. May the goddess go with you.
Fair play to you.
You done all right making it this far. But if you think you're gonna catch me that easy, you got another thing coming. See ya! You don't give up, do ya? Well, if you want a piece of me, let's go! All right, it's a fair cop. I'll give the poxy crown back. Just let me go, will ya? Cheers, ears! You're a saint, though. Be lucky, eh? Ta-da! I'll turn my life around. I'll go straight, I promise. Just let me go, please. When it bleeding rains.
Would you Adam and Eve it? We're free, boss! Oi, you lot! Looks like we got some unwanted guests here!
Just need to find somewhere to lay low, and we'll be back in a bees and honey before you know it. Think that's our cue, boss? Ah, just what we need. We better let the boss know, eh?
Mi perdoni. They fled before we could capture them. But, Commendatore, that is not enough. Actually, I have heard it is hidden in the desert to the south, within the Great Pyramid.
For a human to reach this place is truly something. Well met, mortal. I am Shenlong, Keeper of the Heavens. You must be rewarded for reaching my sanctuary. I shall grant you a wish. But on one condition, that you first best me in battle. Do you accept? Then leave this place. I had thought you might amuse me, but alas, it seems I was mistaken. What is the matter? Do you still hesitate to face me? Or have you found your backbone at last? Should you manage to best me in battle, I shall grant you a single wish. Are you ready to begin? So, you have returned. Have you found your backbone at last? Should you defeat me convincingly in battle, I shall grant you a single wish. Are you ready to face me? So, you insist on facing me again. Unwise, perhaps, but we will see. I pray that you have something new to show me. As before, should you best me in battle, I shall grant you a single wish. Shall we begin? So, you have returned. Your heart's desire must be something great indeed. Very well. Should you prove capable of defeating me efficiently and effectively, I shall grant your wish. Shall we begin? Again? Again you come before me. Did I not grant you your wish already? Is there another you would have me grant? Very well.
But this time, you must defeat me far quicker. Shall we begin? You are surprisingly robust for one of your kind, mortal. But to have defeated me in so many turns cannot be considered a true victory. Your sluggishness betrays you. I do not expect to yawn on the battlefield. You must grow yet more powerful. Visit me again when you have. I shall be waiting. Impressive. But then I would expect no less of the mortal who reached my sanctuary. Alas, it took you too many turns to defeat me. Though it comes close, it still cannot be considered a true victory. Devote yourself to training a little longer. You are almost there. Visit me again when you have grown truly great. I shall be waiting. Magnificent! To have defeated me so efficiently is a rare feat indeed. For the first time in eons, I have enjoyed a truly exhilarating skirmish. Very well, I will keep my word. Your wish shall be granted. State your heart's desire. You wish me to return your father, Ortega, to the realm of the living? It is done. Return to your own. Return to Aliahan. Glad tidings away there. Farewell, mortal. You would waste a wish on this filth? Perhaps you are not as heartless as you seem. Very well, my greatest treasure, issue 1 of guns and buns, shall be yours. Treat it with the care it deserves. Farewell, mortal. This wish has been granted you already. It can be realized but once. You must choose another. Now, state your heart's desire. You wish for another copy of Guns and Buns? You are something of a connoisseur, it seems. Very well. Ask and you shall receive. I shall bestow upon you the very finest of my magazines. Just make sure you are at peace before perusing its contents. Farewell, mortal. There can be few mortals who possess such exquisite taste. You would truly receive my copy of More Guns and Buns? All that you have seen, more than most do in a lifetime, has led you to the conclusion that you simply need more guns and buns. Is that correct? So be it. Your wish shall be granted. But no, you must attain total tranquility before you may even ponder turning its pages. Farewell, mortal. Ah, you long for another monster arena, do you? Then pay a visit to Japan and examine its wells. You ought to find what you seek in one of them. Farewell, mortal. I suppose you are of an age where you start caring what others think. Very well. Consider this a reward for all the hardship you have endured. Head to All Trades Abbey and speak with the heel slide there. They know a thing or two about fashion. Farewell, mortal. You desire an even stronger weapon, do you? Hard to understand why, given the fact you just trounced me. Very well. I have held onto this for longer than I care to admit. But it is yours now. Just promise that you will treat it with the respect it deserves. Farewell, mortal. You would truly wish for that. But how do you even know? Are you certain that this is what your heart desires? So be it then. Mount Ramia and fly to the north of Aliahan. There, you will find a tear in the very fabric of reality itself. Venture within, should you feel inclined. Farewell, mortal.
I don't want you holding back now, alright? You're not so bad yourself, you know. Simao of Minosa, was it? I'll call you friend. Have there always been so many monsters around these parts? Either way, might be best we put off returning to Minosa for now, as it only cause more trouble in the end. Are you sure? If you follow this path, it could be some time till you see your family again. I'm just sorry. Alright, I'll head off to prepare for the trek ahead. Look after yourself, friend. My reputation seems to precede me these days. There's no end to those after my life. Perhaps it's time I took on a new mantle. Naturally. Tell me, are they all as strong as you in Aliahan? In all my years, I have never been pushed quite so hard in a duel. Agreed. No one else should have to suffer on our account. Why don't we try splitting up for a while? That should make it harder for them to find us. At least I hope it will. Do not worry. I know they'll be fine. Things have also been far from normal in the town of late. I'm going to keep my distance and see how everything unfolds. Likewise, whenever it is time for us to strike back, you will find me by your side. I swear this on the mountain cleaver.
It's all my fault, Ortega. I am truly sorry. Use my blades to bring peace to the world. Please, my friend. Hurl it! Hurl the mountain cleaver into that blasted volcano.
Hi there. I'm the fairy who used to work for Rubis, by the way. And it was me who called out to you the day you turned 16. Rubis had enough on her plate back then, so I decided to step in and help out. Honestly, I think I might have actually been a bit blunt with you that day. Sorry about that. No hard feelings? Anyway, you're here now, and that's what matters. And you've even freed Rubis too. Is there anything you can't do? I'm just wondering. You don't actually have to answer. Now, you just need to take care of the small matter of Zoma. Here, let me give you the Staff of Rain. Now, listen to me very carefully. If you're to stand a chance of reaching the Lord of the Underworld, then you'll need help from Rubis. Unfortunately, Zoma currently holds her prisoner, and that's where you come in. First, you'll need to find the fairy flute. Once you have it, you'll be able to awaken Rubis and free her from Zoma's clutches. Oh my, you already have the fairy flute. Well, that makes things simple. Now then, let me give you this staff. You humans do like staves, don't you? Anyway, make a start by heading to the village of Cole. I've got a feeling someone there might be able to point you in the right direction. Oh, let me give you the Staff of Rain. You humans do like staves, right? When rain and sun, the twain do meet, the rain's bow shall a bridge complete. Well, fingers crossed this staff ends up being of use. Take care anyway. You'll be fine, I'm sure, but I'll pray for your safety, just in case. She's trapped on the top floor of a spire, locals know as the Tower of Rubis. It stands in a small isle to the north.
Thou art come at last. I had foreseen that one day a great hero on a quest most noble would visit me. The orb. Take it, please. Gather thee the orbs scattered across the world, and take these said orbs to the sacred place in Rimland, an isle of ice far to the south. There shall a new path open unto thee.
How dare you! This is our den of darkness. A playground for the dead. And we will not suffer the living here!
Oh, a guest. My, it's been some time since one of your kind dared come here. Allow me to humbly suggest that you turn back if you value your life. I'm a stone-cold killer, as it happens. It's funny, your gormless face reminds me of this fool I once sent for a dip in the magma. You should have heard how he wailed in agony as he fell. Once you suffer the same fate, I'm sure Lord Baramos will reward me, just as he did back then. Well, I hope you like it hot! No, this cannot be. I was chosen by the Archfiend himself. I see it now. It was no passing resemblance. Curse you! Curse you, human scum!
it, Wanderer. I am Lord Zenith, first of my name, master of this castle. Thou hast made it this far, and soon thou wilt meet with mighty Shenlong himself. Shenlong hath the power to grant any wish that thou choosest. May fortune guide thee to his dwelling place.
Truly an honor to be in your presence again. But on this occasion, you will not humiliate me as you did in that infernal tower.
Is somebody there? Seems my eyes and ears are done for, sadly. Oh, praise the goddess. Oh, listen, you probably don't know me, but I need you to pass on a message. I'd been living under a haze until recently, but I remember it all now. I am Ortega of Aliahan. I left behind my dearest wife and newborn to set out on a quest. One that I fear has now reached a premature end. What I wouldn't give to hold my little one's hand. To give them something to remember me by. Oh, my darling child. Oh, you must resent me. The way this journey tore my family apart has long filled me with regret. If only I could have spent more time with them. Sorry. I know you're trying to tell me something. It's just my ears won't hear it. At the very least, I can feel the warmth of your hand on mine. Though, it would have been nice to see the face of the last person I talked to. A fine helm indeed. It tells the tale of the long adventure that led you here today. These scratches make it clear it wasn't all plain sailing. But nonetheless, you stood tall. I may have failed as both a father and an adventurer, but I know you can do what I could not. Goddess Speed, my child, please, should you ever find yourself in Aliahan, look for my child and tell them I said this. I'm sorry. I wanted to make the world a better place. A place where you wouldn't have to be afraid. And I just wish I could have told you that I love you more than you'll ever know.
So here you are at long last, here at the place of sacrifice. I am Zoma, bringer of oblivion. All life shall be sacrificed to my glory. All shall despair. All shall kneel. Come, offer yourself unto me now. Arise, my minions. Obliterate them. Let me feast upon their suffering. Still you cling pathetically to life. It seems only right that I should have the joy of dealing the killing blow myself. Now come, show me how beautifully you die. You would dash yourself against the rocks of despair once more. Do you truly value life so? Then it must be taken from you.
have learned how to overcome the wards of sorcery that protect me. It matters not. Come, dash yourselves on the unfeeling shoals of my might. You have done well to defeat me. But whilst there is light, so too must there be darkness. I see that which is to come. Another shall rise and take my place. The omens are already there. Open your eyes. And when he comes, you will be powerless to protect your craven kind, for you will be long dead.